Hello everyone, it's Jackie and I'm back with another tag ephemera holder project tutorial craft along. So this was the original number 16 that I made for Trace's original December daily. The prompt from Crafty Cat, I'm trying to stick to these prompts. Not so closely, I guess, but number 16 is square. So this is my square, which is what I'm going to do. So the original one, I just did a tag and then I paper clipped a bit of ephemera on the back. So we're going to recreate this, but a little bit more elaborate. And this is what I've come up with. Still got our square, we've got some fussy cutting, but we've got inside an envelope and another little tag on the inside. So we're going to get started with this just now. Pop that there so I can remind me. So you want 2 bits of card. One is the 3.5 by 6.5, which is the size we're doing all of them. And this one is 3.5 by 7. And I'm just going to score the longer one at 1/2 inch, but I'm going to move it just a fraction this way, so it's a little bit less than 1/2 inch, not much, just a hair's breadth. Okay, so that's the first bit done, and this is where we're going to join the 2 tags together. So it's a really simple construction. So that would just be glued. You can see, but by doing that hair's breadth, you don't have to cut any bits off or anything like that. So let's just glue this. I'm using this art glitter glue. And what I'm going to do next, but I'm going to do it off camera just because it takes a bit of time. I'm going to cover each side of this in some book page. So 4 pieces of book page this size. You could do it like this and just overlap it. I like to go into the join and do each one. So I'm going to go away and glue all those, and then I'll be back. So the pieces are covered. As I say, I did each one separately, so the fold stays a little bit thinner and a bit easier. I'm just going to do my tabs, my corners. I don't even know what to call them. The tag bits to make them into a tag shape. So that's that bit. And the next thing I'm going to do is start to decorate the front. So this was a yellow fussy cut. This time we're going for the pink, and I'm going to glue this on sort of down a bit towards the bottom. So let's do that. Just use glue stick. I use glue stick to do all of this paper covering as well. So, hope everybody's good. I'm in the UK, as you could probably tell. It's still cold. It hasn't turned properly into spring yet, unfortunately. Right, probably about there. But we did have a nice walk out this morning with the dog. Stopped for a cup of coffee on our way back. And we were able to sit outside. It was sunny enough. It was sunny enough to sit outside, so that was nice. Okay, so that's the main bit of our decoration on the front. I'm going to finish off the other in a minute, but the next thing I'm going to do is straight stitch around all these edges. And I'm going to do it slightly differently from what I did here. I just went all the way around in one go. For this one, I'm going to go around here, and then I'm going to go around here. So I get the nicest stitching on the two pieces that we're going to see the most of. So let me go away and do that, and then I'll be back. Okay, so the next bit is just to finish off this decoration, I think, at the front here. So I'm going to use a Tracy Fox label. Just over this stalk, so it finishes that off and doesn't look as if that's just dropping into thin air. And then I've got a little crochet motif here that I've cut from a doily and a pearl button, have it that way around, and some embroidery thread that matches the flower. So I'm literally just going to sew that through like so. Let's go to that. Oh, she says. Gone through the same hole. Doesn't really matter with this. I think I can do it. No, start again, Jackie. Make sure you go through separate holes for the better. I'm just going to knot that. I just fluff that up a bit. And then that's going to glue on here. Try it with a bit of white glue, it should work. So that's that. Next thing I'm going to do is mark where I want the eyelets. And I tend to do this by eye, really. I'm just lining it up on my mat here. And we're going to have it, I'm just going to either side of this line, so approximately there and there. So we'll make those. I love my crocodile, but I really wish that the bits didn't get stuck in there every single time. I've been using this particular set for years, so I have no complaints at all, really. It's still going strong after about 10 years of use. I wouldn't say it's daily use, but it's probably not far off. I'm using these little rings that are supposed to neaten it up. I don't usually use those, but these eyelets came with them, so there we go. So that's our eyelets, and we're going to thread the chain through there and dangle our little image off there. So we will, I think we'll do that next. So I've got a chain here which is about 3.5 inches, 3.5, 4 inches. Got a little die cut slide. I can't help you with this die cut. This is an unbranded one I bought a long time ago, 4 or 5 years ago. I probably wouldn't buy unbranded now, to be honest, but I don't know where you can get something like that. But any little frame, could just cut a little frame. It's about 1 3/8 by 1 3/8. And I've got a fairy image, little miniature image. Anything would do, anything small. Lots of the digital artists have got mini sets. I think Tracy Fox has got some, and I know Mrs. Cog does some as well. It's just a case of looking, really. This image is actually cut from this book, The Girls' Book of Flower Fairies. There's, I think I've cut them all out. There's a whole set of them in the back of that book, and they're really quite pretty. So I'm gluing this together. And I'm going to put an eyelet either this side or this side so we can dangle it. Let's just do one here. It's a little bit fiddly, this bit. Then we basically thread that through there, through. So I might not do all of this on screen because it's so fiddly. So I'm going to join my little length of chain here. Be a good idea to make it slightly longer than you need it. I'm going to join it with a jump ring, which is a similar colour and a similar size. Whether I can do this on camera or not remains to be seen. Maybe. Anybody knows of an easy way to do this, let me know. Anyway, we're there. So that's our little dangly piece, and we've got a clip that we're going to hold it with. I suppose you should make sure that the eyelets leave enough space for you to put your little bulldog clip in. So the next thing we're going to do is the inside, and the first thing I'm going to do is make our envelope pocket here. I am using the envelope maker. I've got a piece of pattern paper here which is 5 by 5 to make this size envelope, so we need to do it at 2 3/8. So I'm hoping that I've done this right. And this is the right size just to fit in the bottom there, which it is. So let's just I like to take this little bit off here. And I also like to round this. going to sit there and open. I'm going to line the inside of this. You could use ink. I just don't want that really stark white to show. So I'm going to find a bit of tissue paper, I think, to line that with. So bear with me and I'll be back. Okay, so I've got a little bit of pattern paper, you know, same pattern paper. And I'm just going to glue, let's use glue stick, torn it to the width, approximate width there. I'll just glue that down. Cut off the excess. Good. And then glue our little envelope together. And then I'm going to glue it into the base here. I'm going to do it slightly up from the crease, just to give the crease a little bit of room, the fold a little bit of room. And I'm just going to do the edges because this is a pocket. I did think about using magnets or, you know, whatever to close that, but I don't think there's any real need. And then obviously you can put some ephemera in there if you wanted to. Or a little secret note, whatever you want really. Just put this one back together. And then the inside, little tag. So I've got a piece of card, another piece of card, which is 2.5 by 5.25. So that's going to fit in there. And I'm going to cover that with this fairy image that I've got from the same book, the Flower Fairy, that Flower Fairy book for girls. Again, I'm going to use glue stick. Cover the back of this as well if you want to. I'm just going to leave it journaling space. Let me just double check. Yeah. Don't want too bigger. Corners off. And I've got a bit of lace which I'm going to use as a tab. I'm just going to hold that in place with a little bit of that glue stick. and then I'm going to stitch around the edge of this. So I'm just going to do that and then we'll be finished almost. So there she is, stitched around. She's going to fit in the pocket there. And you could do other things. You could add other pockets on the back. You could have a pocket here, belly band. I've tied a little bit of seam binding just through the clip there. And I probably would take this off and rethread it the other way because it wants to go this way. It's just how the chain is twisted, but you can soon sort that out, but it's fine either way. So there we are. There's our two ephemera holders for tutorial number 16. I hope you've enjoyed it and I'll be back soon. Bye.